YTBC, what's the deal? First, let me give a shout out to my man Kiwi Box. He sent me a link to this fight. Quick fight. Ended pretty damn quick. Now, I've done a prospect watch video on Willis Meehan, the son of Callie Meehan. Some of you probably remember Callie Meehan when he fought Layman Brewster. Questionable decision, you know. But, and for you newer fans that, you know, are into Joseph Parker, he fought Joseph Parker. But yes, he is Callie Meehan's son. Willis Meehan, 6'5", 20 years old. This motherfucker got some heavy hands. Heavy hands, man. Heavy hands. This fight was over in about a minute. He fought a guy named RIKI Barclay, who was making his pro debut. Barclay is a kickboxer, MMA type of guy. Has 22 fights. Won 18 of them in kickboxing. He was a South Island champion, or won a South Island championship. So he has some fighting experience, but he was way, way, way out of his league fighting Willis Meehan. Meehan had been battling chest infection. He had been sick for a couple weeks leading into this fight. And before I get to the fight, I checked BoxRec to see what his weight was, and he came in at 286. Pretty fucking heavy, man, to be 6'5". But when you look at Willis Meehan, and when you say 6'5", 286, you might think, oh, there's all kind of fat hanging everywhere and rolls. And he's not like that. He's a solid kid, man. He's built pretty damn solid, even for 286. Now his other fights, his first two fights, he came in at 266 and then 263. Now I know he was sick and he was battling the cold, but I think 286 is pretty damn high. I was thinking more maybe 255 at the least, but he looked pretty nimble on his feet, even at 286. He looked pretty nimble when I seen him go back in this fight. It was brief, but he came out throwing the left hand. Barclay had the high guard up. Meehan started to just land straight lefts, and he started to land some right and left hooks, which pretty much set up another straight left down the middle, and that was the left hand that looked like it really hurt Barclay. And then Meehan landed some other little hooks as he was on his way down. He went down on his knees and pretty much just watched himself get counted out. He was probably hurt a little bit from the left hand, but he really didn't try to beat the count. I don't think he really wanted much more of that work. I think it was just too much. I think when he did get hit with those left hands, he didn't really like the taste of them. After the fight, Willis Meehan called out Willie Nacio, who is the Australian heavyweight champion. So I need to look up his fights. I'm not going to lie, I don't know who he is, but I will look his fights up and try to see what kind of fight that can potentially be if Willie Nacio fights Willis Meehan and he answers his challenge for that Australian heavyweight title. Meehan, of course, has sparred his dad. He sparred Lucas Brown. Boxing, fighting is in his blood. You know, fighting is in his blood. So he moves to 5-0 with the 4 knockouts. Only 20 years old. A good left hand. He can switch from righty to lefty, but primarily fights out of southpaw. Heavy hands. That's just, every time I see this kid, man, it's the first thing that come to mind. He has extremely heavy hands, man. Haven't seen him tested. Haven't seen him push backwards. Haven't seen him clipped or knocked down or anything like that. So right now he's fighting downhill for the most part. Usually guys are fighting downhill in their first, 10, 11, 12 fights. So want to see if Willie Nacio answers the challenge, man. Willis Meehan said he expects to be fighting next month. He expects to be on that Joseph Parker and Carlos Takam undercard. So I'm looking forward to that fight, and I'll be looking forward to see if Willis Meehan is on the undercard. But easy work tonight. Easy work. YTBC. I'm out.